Welcome back. You're watching Overdrive. Now, last year we sent Sirish off to Silverstone to learn how to drift a Porsche 911. Right after, we ran a contest to give you, our viewers, an opportunity of a lifetime. Here are the lucky winners of our contest learning to drift and live out their dreams.
In 2010, Overdrive celebrated its 12th anniversary, and as part of those celebrations, we ran a series of contests through the magazine, on the website and on the show on CNBC TV 18. Now, the prizes for each of those contests grew grander in scale than the previous ones. But the grandest of them all has brought us here to Silverstone, where, thanks to Porsche and Precision Cars India Limited, Bairam Godrej and Vasant Krishnan have earned themselves drives in Porsche's range of cars here at Porsche's Driving Experience. Watch them go sideways.
The Porsche Center at Silverstone has been around since 2008. And from the moment you drive through the gates, you are in petrol-head nirvana. But before our keen contestants could get behind the wheel, they had to first sit down for a quick safety briefing.
Just move your hands.
The classroom session was followed by a tour of the fitness center and a chance to experience a rather unique machine.
This instrument that we see, the buttock, is what helps develop reaction times. It sort of works like this.
After Vasant and Bairam had a few tries each at sharpening their reactions, it was time for them to jump into the Porsches with their personal instructors
and that allows you then to reach your
and set off for a few installation laps before getting into specific drills.
Right behind me is a unique test area, which, as you can see, has a plastic surface. There's water being sprinkled onto it to make it even more slippery. And right in between those two yellow markers is a metal plate that shifts horizontally at random directions. Now, the objective of this exercise is that every time a car passes over that metal plate, it shifts, kicks the car out of line, as you can see. And the objective is to correct that imbalance and set your car going in a straight line once again.
Coming from the bumper-to-bumper traffic of Chennai, the unique challenge of the skid pad was a pleasant surprise for Vasant, who simply couldn't get enough.
The track is wonderful. They ensure that every situation arises out in this track. So you get to feel every opportunity of highs and downs of your driving conditions.
Yet another exercise teaches our winners how to handle wet downhill conditions. And as you can see, it's very slippery there. Well, Bairam seems to be managing it pretty well so far. He's getting the hang of things.
Finally, it was time for everything they learned to come together at the handling circuit. Having had some experience with fast cars as a rally driver, Bairam took to the handling circuit like a duck to water, and once he got going sideways, it was almost impossible to make him stop.
The experience here has really been phenomenal today. I've learned a lot about driving, and more than driving, controlling a car, what not to do in certain situations when the car goes out of control, how to harness the power of the car, how to control the car once it goes into a slide, how to slide the car if you wanted to slide.
And what's more, if you own a Porsche, you don't need to travel all the way to Silverstone either. The Porsche Driving Experience could be on its way to India, albeit for a short stint.
I think we're a little way away from having an experience centre in the same sense as we have here, but with the upcoming Formula One circuit in Delhi, then I think that there is an ample opportunity for us to be able to offer all of our Porsche customers a similar kind of experience in India.
After an unforgettable day, all that remained was to take a few photos and look back at the day's action.
The driving experience was simply phenomenal. You know, I learned to drift, I learned how to control wet conditions. I don't know how far I'm going to effectively use this, you know, back in India, because the circumstances are totally different. But I hope, you know, like I got so much of learning. If circumstances arise in India, I'm sure I would be using most of the skills that I learned today.
I'd like to thank Porsche and Overdrive for a phenomenal experience, and it's really an experience of a lifetime.